Hey everyone, and welcome to Bite-Sized Tactics. In this video, we're going to take a deep dive into the Zoanthropes and do a quick analysis on how they interact on the tabletop. Starting with their profile, they have a very slow movement at only 5 inches. A toughness of 5 is better than most light infantry, however they do have a decent invulnerable save at a 4+. They are 3 wounds apiece as well, so they can be quite annoying to try and kill, as your opponent will need to put multiple damage weapons into them so that they can kill off the unit. And a 7+ leadership is better than most Tyranid units. A unit consists of 1 Eurothrope and between 2 to 5 Zoanthropes. A unit of 3 will cost you 110 points, while a unit of 6 will cost you 220 points. Some keywords you need to be careful of are the infantry, psyker, and fly keywords, as it may be important for stratagems and abilities throughout the game, while the synapse keyword is really good for boosting the synapse range of your army, as well as keeping this unit always within synapse range. This unit also has 2 abilities. One of them is Spirit Leech, which is basically if a Neurophore is in this unit, enemies within 6 inches that fail a Battle Shock test will suffer D3 mortal wounds, and your unit can regain up to D3 lost wounds. The Warp Field one is really good for your friendly Tyranid units, as they will gain a 6+ invulnerable save as long as they are within those 6 inches. The Zoanthropes weapons, starting with the Warp Blast, have 2 different variants. We'll start off with the Witchfire one, which has Blast and Psychic abilities, a strength of 7, -2 AP, and a damage of D3. This is really good for killing infantry, characters, or mounted units, or any lone operatives that are within 12 inches. While the Warp Blast Focus Witchfire has the lethal hits and psychic ability, and is a strength of 12, -3 AP, and does D6 plus 1 damage. This is really great for taking on enemies of a higher toughness, as a lot of units in your Tyranid army may suffer against them. Their melee weapons are just horrible and probably won't do any damage, so it's not useful using them. Now their weaknesses, they are very slow with only a 5-inch movement, and they don't have a lot of durability, besides the fact that they have a 4+ invulnerable save, but that might not help because they don't have anything else to help keep them alive, and they are only 3 wounds apiece, so you need to be careful of those multiple damage weapons. Again, this unit doesn't have a lot of OC, so scoring primary could be an issue with them, and being in close combat is something that you definitely don't want for this unit. You want them to be at a decent distance from your enemy so that they can open up firing lanes and harass the enemy. Again, just be careful of anti-fly, psych, or infantry weapons, as they will guarantee wounds against you. Now for the strengths, well, their best strength is the fact that they do have reliable shooting, that the unit can provide at a decent strength, good damage, and has a wide range of options to shoot at. The unit has different abilities like the Synapse, which is great for increasing that Synapse range, or again, you have the potential to regain lost wounds. It is a bit niche, but it can come in handy. Leadership 7 is great, as the unit will always be within Synapse range again, so this unit is very unlikely to fail Battle Shock tests. And the ability to provide a 6+ invulnerable save within 6 inches is very good for the army and can make it a decent support piece. This unit also has quite a bit of good tactical play as well. Now for the mission play, this unit can hang back in your deployment zone to screen it out from deep striking units, and it is more of a support piece, as it does give friendly units that invulnerable save, as well as boost the army's synapse range. So putting it within your backfield and moving it to the midboard in later turns might really help boost that synapse range for your army to avoid those battle shock tests. And again, you need to open up those firing lanes, which this unit can do, and that's what some Tyranid forces lack. Also, if you do get lucky, this Zoanthrope unit might be able to pull off some kill secondaries, which is quite good with its variable shooting, as it can pick on any target, whether it be just a lowly infantry unit to something that is quite tough, like a Chaos Knight or Imperial Knight. So the winged or regular Hive Tyrant can target the unit with a free battle tactic stratagem within 12 inches once per turn, and that could be quite good or very niche. It'd be more used for a shooting stratagem, while the Psychophage and the Zoanthrope do buff the unit in their durability, as it gives them a 6+. Feel no pain with the Psychophage, and the Zoanthropes will give them the benefit of cover, and they'll gain the stealth ability. Now the Neurolictor is a little bit of a fun one, as it can force battle shock tests within 12 inches, and this can be used in conjunction with the Zoanthrope's ability to deal mortal wounds to units within 6 inches that fail battle shock tests. Now, you may not want your Zoanthropes to be that close to your enemy units, but this can come in handy, especially if you've lost a couple wounds. So for the verdict, this unit does provide some decent shooting options for your army, and it does allow you to boost the synapse range, and its abilities make it a good support piece. It's definitely a good option to think about, especially if running the Invasion Fleet, Endless Multitude, or the Synaptic Nexus detachments. Thank you for watching. Feel free to leave a like, comment what you think of the video, and if you like it, feel free to subscribe.